And welcome back to our Dungeons of Chaos playthrough. We are actually in the middle of our Guild Quest Saga. Now we're at the castle. We're going to go ahead and pick up our Guild Quest for our Wizards Guild. Now we have to find and defeat 3 Master Floaters in the deep of the Abyss. And he does give us a map. Now, it's going to be a little bit before we get back to the castle, so we're going to go ahead and accept that, but we're going to put it on the back burner at the moment. We're actually going to go do the Assassin's Guild today and be able to spec up our rogue. So we're going to run over here to the outlaw camp because Edwin Coaleye is actually our guild master for the Assassin's Guild. And again, we got a nice long run through the valley once again. Trying to throw a light up, and I ended up casting Healing Aura. Watch where I'm pointing. Now, with our rogue speccing into Assassin, he should just be a little bit more deadlier than what he already is. And we're going to keep him as ranged. Because previously I said I was going to switch our warrior from being ranged with that snowy shadow crossbow we got from the first island to a big, nice two-handed sword. And that's what we did. Oh, clicking outside the building. Don't need to go out there. And so we're going to keep our rogue as ranged. Alright, now as an assassin you progress through unique capabilities relating to deadliness and stealth, critical hits, poisoned attack, shadow shift, teleportation, boosting flanking bonuses while negating the one targeting you, also keeping up with common thievery traits as picking locks. Now we need to kill at least 40 different types of opponents. And we received that. It doesn't look like we've actually accomplished that yet. The simplest way to tell is to go into the foes and see we've killed 38 different foes. So we need actually 2 more. We have the giant rat, the orcs, the wolves, orc mage, skeleton. And if we see something that we've killed, seems like just about everything that we've come across, we've killed at least one. There might be a few that we haven't. Alright, that looks like just about everything that we have killed. So as soon as we get those other 2, we'll actually be able to get those. And one of them should be up here in the Icy Valley. Because you have the Ice Beast, and you have other little guys that are running around up here in this valley, or in the forest. Let's come up here and see if we can't kill another one of the little Ice Beasts. As soon as our daily reset gets out of the way, we're going to throw up light here. I'm going to come right over here in this little spot. And we're going to run her around up here for just a little bit. Oh, there he is. There's one Ice Beast. Alright, now we are missing. We're missing just one foe. And out of that, I don't know if I believe we've killed some trolls before. Looking at allies. Yeah. And I think while we're doing this, we're going to go ahead and run over to the mountain path and see if we can't complete one of the other guild quests here. So we might have a 2-fer or a 3-fer in this segment here. Certainly, if we go towards our, the abyss and start killing off those floaters, that's going to give us what we need. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll run over here. I'll show you where the abyss is. This is just a nice, real quick jaunt from where the elves are. And of course, we did receive a map about that. So if you haven't taken a look at the map yet, we did look at it when we received it. It's right here. So you got the Elven City, and then right next to it is the abyss up in the mountains. We should actually get quite a few new creatures out of them. Another option would be, if we wanted to, we have a little gnome hole somewhere over here. We haven't went against gnomes yet. I'll tell you what, let's jump in here, slaughter a gnome, and then we'll bounce over to get this quest. And then we'll continue on for the Wizard's quest. There we go. Alright, the gnomes, they hide all the little passages, so you better have a decent perception or decent wizard's eye up so we can spot the passages. All we want to do is kill one little group of gnomes. Here we go. Easy peasy, and we got our kill score. So let's go ahead and talk to Mr. Coaleye one more time. We'll respec our rogue, and then we'll continue on with the Wizards Guild. Let's pull off real quick. Throw him back on auto. Let's run Ignite. We got a lot of these guys. We don't want to get overwhelmed too much. There we go. And let's see here. Make sure we're going in the right direction. We should be. Should be. There we go. Just grab that just for the little proficiency boost there. There we go. Alright, so 40 enemies slain. And so now we can become an assassin. Oop. And the wrong square to be able to go north. There we go. Oh, did it again. Let's go ahead and throw light up before night comes. There we go. And of course, out of just about all of the character images, I think the assassin is probably the coolest looking one. It's like the rogue just takes his little cape and puts over his head. Alright. Class change. 750 experience, and a little bit of gold. Let's go ahead and change him. See what I mean? He is pretty bitchin' looking. And of course, it looks like everybody leveled up, so let's go ahead and level him up. Alright, here's the big sword that we picked up. A Waspy Steel Slicer of Consecration. Poison damage 2 to 4, so we'll be able to stack that a little bit. 36 to 249 with a little bit of force damage and some undead damage. So that's kind of an all-purpose beat 'em stick for our new partied warrior. Go to our... Looks like he had 2 levels. Good God. Alright. Or is that 3? There we go. That was strange. He leveled up actually quite a bit. There's 2 levels there. Another. I wonder if everybody was on the cusp of a level and that 750 was enough to push everybody back over. Alright. Again, we got him on the Snowy Shadow Piercer for right now. And he can wear new insignias. Now this one, the poison boost gives 10, so that's going to give a whole proficiency and speed. I think this will be just a little bit better than what we have here. We're going to go ahead and change that out here because he does have enough crit, but we're just going to go ahead and equip it. We'll throw that in the stash for safekeeping a little bit later. Doesn't look like we picked anything up of importance. Now, of course, we can go in and change our assassin's looks here. He's got face mask on, no face mask, just sort of changes a little bit. Poison on the dagger, face mask with poison on the dagger. He's got a bow without a mask. Since he's outranged, I'm going to go ahead and change him over to that bow. Looks all nice and cool. He's still to be our spiffy little Jamek. Alright, and now we're going to go back down to the mountain path and take care of the floaters in the abyss. Like I said, this is going to be a twofer since the Assassin's Guild is pretty much en route with where we're going. We got a couple more guilds to do. A few of them are actually here in the mountain path. One we've already known of is the Berserkers, which we've talked to before. We talked to this little fellow here. Alright. And once we get into the abyss is quite the elaborate cave system. And it is pretty far down in there. They should be right over here. Nice and easy. You got a stack of bones. Can't miss it. Now I'll go ahead and pull the large map view up so you can kind of generally see where we're at. Once you come into the valley, you can literally just head south and run along these mountains, and you'll curve right into it. Alright, you heard stories about this place. Floaters are said to live deep inside the earth in places where there are deep holes leading down there. They emerge and even build nests. A very dangerous place to be. Yeah, so we'll just get exploring. Looks like somebody's victim there. Piece of armor, a bone shield. And we can continue exploring here. Now this hole does go quite deep, so we'll try to make this as quick as possible. Looks like we got another skeleton here. Somebody's tried to venture down here a couple times. We got a little floater here. Oh, it's just a single floater. And they shoot various rays of magic. Not much gold. We only got one item out of that. Seeing if there was any more skeletons wandering around here. Well, they wouldn't be wandering around. They would just be laying there. Doesn't look like it. It's a very deep and airy cave. Kind of gives a eerie atmosphere to it. Another bow. Finding a lot of bows lately. Crossbow. Floater. Looks like our assassin and then our casters are taking them out before our warrior and our knight can even get to them. Not complaining. Not complaining at all. Another pile of bones and another bow. Alright, now they're weak on armor and they're weak against elements. And what I have going on here is lightning, I believe, is the most proficient that I have on the druid at the moment. And we can change that. They are strong against magic. Let's go ahead. Let's get her a little bit proficient in hotspot. She hasn't been using that too much. We're also, we haven't trained it yet, but we should have our poison. Actually, I don't think I have it on the skill bar. There we go. And shadow shift. And these two actually provide a nice little thing here. Now, we're able to, if we hit properly, there we go, stack poison. And poison boost is going to be on the weapon for just a little bit. So you'll be able to get a couple attacks in before that goes away. And then shadow shift, when we get into another battle here, I'll show you that they can teleport around. It's a nice little escape artist trick if you're running melee or needing to get out of the area. Got a belt. Gem rope of fortitude. Who uses that? I don't think I've seen this. It says I lack the strength. Looks like everybody can use it. Go ahead and take it. Alright. So if you shadow shift, you can jump adjacent to somebody else. And say, for instance, instantly teleport. Now, he can quickly get into battle and quickly get out of battle. So if you want to have your knight or your warrior run up and get into melee range, if you've used your rogue and assassin in melee, they can just shadow shift in, get their whacks. If they get surrounded, they can shadow shift and teleport out. It can get you into some peculiar places, but it can also get you out. Looks like we have a bunch of bones here. Now we're not getting as many bows down here now, which is nice. Backtracking so I don't have to backtrack too much. Keep the light up. It looks like the floor of this cavern is very cratered. Just kind of wonder if the floaters get into like little spats with themselves and they start shooting ray blasts everywhere and making little craters. It's gonna be kind of interesting to see floaters fight each other. That would be a interesting skill to implement into this game. Be able to like cast a confusion or be able to take control of another enemy. Maybe not necessarily direct their moves, but definitely like have them turn against their other enemies. There's not much in the way of status effect dealing. And of course, your weapons that cause bleed, they can stun with force damage. Nothing like paralysis. I mean, you got a little bit of a chance when you're casting lightning strike to paralyze something, but it's not that much of an issue. We got a red floater here. He's like, baby floater. Look how cute he is. It's like little squishy eyeballs. Oh, that's funny. I actually got 3 more experience points for that than what the normal floater was. It was like a broken chest. A whole bunch of skeletons and stuff in the center here. I was just exploring the edges to see what the boundary was. Axe or hammer? That's an X. It says for warrior or berserker. Well, let's compare. Yep, our sword. Our sky slicer is still better. Must be shallow water. Baby floaters. Let's just roast them up. There we go. Oh, there we go. Knew wandering around aimlessly walking in skeletons would give us something there. I think we may have walked past the door somewhere up top. Go ahead and open our map up and take a look here. Yep, assume it's going to be over here. Yep, see the wall. Well, let's go ahead and run back up here and see what we missed. There's a little crevice there. Yep, that's where it was. A nice exploration tip is just to scrape the walls. Pick a left or right side wall and just follow it until it curves around. And if you have to double back, that's fine. You gotta cover everything and explore every little corner anyways. Okay. It's always nice to be thorough. Oh, there are some Druid waystones. There we go. This place is huge. It's not that populated with floaters, but that is okay. We got another green one there. Let's back up here because we got a little bit of mana down. Let's go ahead and rest so our druid gets that back real quick. I say real quick, and he's taking his little time there. There we go. Go to save for safety's sake. Let's see what this little green guy has. Yeah, he's a master floater, so we have to kill a few of these guys. He's putting the hurt on some of these guys. There he goes, now he's distracted. Worked. Called help. There we go. Decent experience, I like that. Not too dangerous. But I mean, if he gets like a good critical hit on our mage or our druid or something, might be in trouble there, because he's doing, 20-25% damage with just a cast or a couple of casts. More bows. Oh, there's another one. I was going to say, we're missing quite a bit on our assassin. And of course, evasion for monsters have been kind of buffed. And so we'll start to see a little bit less hit percentage. 75% is acceptable. With that, I'll probably increase his dex a little bit more to get that in line. He's at 20, so I'd imagine a little bit of point investment there, but getting back up, hitting, pretty good. Alright, and of course, what we didn't notice, or what I didn't notice, and you guys probably did, is we lost our mage. So let's go ahead and use our legitimate revive spell. Revive her. Let's go ahead and rest up before we take that other floater. And this should be our last floater that we need. Yeah, and they're weak against elements, so if you have two casters throwing, there's our quest, throwing, lightning or fire or anything like that, they'll go down pretty quickly. Again, they can hit relatively hard with their different ray blasts that they shoot. So having decent heals would be beneficial. See, we lost our mage again. There's only 2 hits that we lost her in. There we go. That was a relatively tough fight. And see, this was an ancient floater. We did level up, so let's go ahead and revive her one more time, which is just that I put her even further behind. Mages have one of the slowest level gains. The same way with wizards. They are relatively slow, but they do pack a punch once they get them. Now, a nice area to farm once you guys are capable of it are these ancient floaters. Let's go ahead and light. They're around here, and you can basically just walk back and forth from side to side and hit these 3 spawn points, and they'll continue to be there. But since they're taking out our mage pretty quickly, we're going to go ahead and finish out the quest, since we did the 3 master floaters. Oh, nothing in that corner. Now I'm going to again spare you guys the boring part of running back up here. I'll jump cut once we get back to the mouth of the abyss. Alright, and we are back out of the abyss. Now, before we go turn this in, I want you guys to run down to the Druid Cove. We visited there previously during the main quest when we had to go speak about the Druid's allies. So we'll just run south of here. And there's something here that I want you guys to pick up so you guys don't miss the bus on it before we hand in this Wizard's Guild quest. And if you speak with Amicio and train, he gives you the dark channeling skill, which will actually convert your life into mana energy. And once you flip over from a mage to a wizard, this is kind of locked out for you. So you want to make sure you grab this beforehand. Now I'm going to go ahead and throw this on a couple of proficiencies on both of these. I don't think clerics and priests can't do it. Yep. So let's keep that. And of course he does offer magic lore and monster lore. Monster lore is good for knowing the weaknesses of monsters, so you can go ahead and tactically change what you're doing to suit that play. Once you actually have that dark channeling, you may have picked that up previously when we visited down here, but definitely if you're taking your mage into the Wizard's Guild, you need to grab that skill before you do that. Alright, so we're just going to run back up here and turn in this quest. Again, I'm going to save you all the travel part because this is just us running through the countryside to get back to the castle. I'm going to jump to the castle so you guys can see that quest turn in. Alright, and back at the castle, we're going to go ahead and speak with Jymar here and get our quest reward and change our little mage over to a wizard. Class change. Alright. It is not reversible. Do you want binor? Change class. Let's go ahead and change that. There we go. And of course we did level up. So let's go ahead and take that. Alright. So she is now a level 1 wizard out of 18. Now this will give us a little bit better spell bonuses, huge mana increase, and get into spells. So we'll be able to start learning a whole bunch more spells because we're going to get quite a bit of talent points from that increase. Now, that was for the Wizards Guild. Now what we're going to do in the next segment is we're going to go back through the mountain path and do the guild quests that are there. So join us next time for the Berserkers Guild.